Daniel chapter 10 reveals a hidden truth of Scripture. There is a real spiritual conflict behind earthly events, and prayer matters more than we realize. This chapter explains why answers to prayer may be delayed, not denied, and prepares us for the final visions of Daniel 11 and 12. Daniel 10:1 says, "In the 3rd year of Cyrus king of Persia, a thing was revealed unto Daniel, whose name was called Belteshazzar. And the thing was true, but the time appointed was long, and he understood the thing, and had understanding of the vision." Daniel receives a true revelation, but it troubles him deeply. Daniel 10:2-3 says, "In those days Daniel was mourning 3 full weeks. I ate no pleasant bread, neither came flesh nor wine in my mouth, neither did I anoint myself at all, till 3 whole weeks were fulfilled." Daniel humbles himself through fasting to seek understanding from God. Daniel 10:5-6 says, "Then I lifted up mine eyes, and looked, and behold a certain man clothed in linen, whose loins were girded with fine gold of Uphaz. His body also was like the beryl, and his face as the appearance of lightning, and his eyes as lamps of fire, and his arms and his feet like in color to polished brass, and the voice of his words like the voice of a multitude." This glorious being reflects authority and holiness sent from God. Daniel 10:8-9 says, "Therefore I was left alone, and saw this great vision, and there was no strength in me. Yet I heard the voice of his words, and when I heard the voice of his words, then I was in a deep sleep on my face, and my face toward the ground." God's holiness overwhelms Daniel, showing that human strength cannot stand in God's presence. Daniel 10:12 says, "Then said he unto me, Fear not, Daniel, for from the first day that thou didst set thine heart to understand, and to chasten thyself before thy God, thy words were heard, and I am come for thy words." This verse reveals a key truth. God heard Daniel's prayer immediately. Daniel 10:13 says, "But the prince of the kingdom of Persia withstood me 21 days. But lo, Michael, one of the chief princes, came to help me, and I remained there with the kings of Persia." This prince is not a human ruler, but a spiritual power opposing God's purposes. Michael, the archangel, intervenes, showing that God's will is never defeated, even when delayed. Daniel 10:14 says, "Now I am come to make thee understand what shall befall thy people in the latter days, for yet the vision is for many days." Daniel 10 prepares the way for end time. Prophecy revealed in the next chapters, it teaches us that God hears prayer immediately. Delays do not mean God is silent. Spiritual opposition is real. God remains fully in control. Daniel does not fight spiritual enemies. He prays, fasts, and trusts God, and God handles the unseen battle. When believers pray, heaven responds, even if the answer takes time to arrive. The unseen war proves that God's purposes will always prevail.